This segment is being brought to you by Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife. That's you, Ken. That's me. I mean, you're everywhere.
I tell you, I'm all over the place, behind every tree.
I'll tell you. Hey, we're ready to take your calls here, 737-7767. But while we're accepting phone calls, I want to say a big thank you to a lot of fellow Tennessee fishermen and women, ladies and gentlemen, that were with us the other night, last Tuesday night, in McGavock High School Auditorium, where we verbally went against the Army Corps of Engineers and their decision to restrict fishing from a boat below and above all the dams on the Cumberland River system. You know, a lot of things, the things that I like were a lot of the fishermen made some really great points in talking about it. I will say, I think, now this is just me thinking, I think that some things have been done, and Senator Lamar Alexander and them have gone, he's on the Appropriations Committee, so some things have happened. They have to raise, or they have to appropriate $2.6 million to do this project anyway. And as of today, they still don't have the money. So they're not even started yet. They've just been talking about it.
You know something about that, and people, your viewers would pick up on this. In our state, we have the same problem. People won't go to these meetings and voice their opinion, and then they don't, you know, things happen, they say, well, boy, you know, but if they'll just go and voice their opinion, and like this situation here, they'll see that what they can get done if they do, you know.
That's right. We had about, Tommy, I thought, you know, I was hoping and praying that we wouldn't have just 100 people there, because that's when the Army Corps of Engineers said, well, if we're just going to make 100 people mad, we'll move on.
What did you have?
We had about 450 to 500 people there, so we had a great showing. It was well done. The Army Corps of Engineers hosted it.
Right.
They ran it really well.
Right.
They gave each person an opportunity to speak.
Oh, they did.
And it was fantastic. It was great. They did a great job. They totally listened to us. And then it was time for Colonel DeLapp. He would get up there and comment on what we had to say. Right. So it's very professional. And I have to say, thank you, fellow Tennesseans, for being very professional. Right. I think we made a lot of headway that way. Right. And I think we impressed some of the congressional committees that we had up front. They were sitting there listening, wanted to see how it was going. Now, I think they went back to their office and got to work on some things. So, hey, we got Randy. Randy, how can we help you tonight?
Yes, I got a question for the TWRA official. They're changing their big game tagging system from utilizing temporary and permanent harvest tags to harvest log.
Yes.
And what is the harvest log all about? I'll hang up and listen.
All right, sir.
Tell you the truth, I hadn't heard a lot about it yet. It's still kind of in the making. Just to get you to log down your deer and your big game animals, and then it probably turned in later. Also, I believe I have heard of talking into checking in on the phone, but I don't know how that's going either.
Well, I got to Ed Carter, just to let everybody know, the director of Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, Mr. Ed Carter, great guy. Think the world of him. He's a great boating officer, but he's a great leader. Talked to him the other night. He's coming on the show in April, and he was going to go in depth on this new check-in system that we're going to be implementing this year. But I will say that it is much like, I will tell you, this is much like the way Kentucky logs their harvest. So if you know about how Kentucky does theirs, that's the way Tennessee's going to be, roughly. I'm just saying that's the closest example we can give you. But stay tuned, because in April, Mr. Carter, our Officer Carter, director, is going to be here in studio. He's going to explain it for everybody. That's what we're going to make the whole show about, is get this new system so we can walk you through it, and there won't be any questions about it. So we appreciate it. And Billy, how can we help you tonight? Billy.
Hey, this is Billy up in Birdstown. You're my buddy. You know it.
Hey, Billy, how you doing, buddy?
Better than I deserve.
I heard that. How can we help you tonight, Billy?
Well, first of all, that boy you, I guess it's to your left with the red shirt and that mustache. I believe I can take him.
Okay.
Let me ask you something. Is that a funnel around his neck?
No, it's a cricket rocket. Tell him, Tommy.
That's a cricket rocket.
What?
A cricket rocket. Hold on just a second.
It holds crickets, Billy, and you can put it. What you can do is you can put a cricket on a hook, never touch it. Great for women, kids, whoever don't like to touch a cricket or don't like to lose a cricket. All you got to do is shake it down, push that button, push one up there, hook it, bring that back so when you take him out, you won't tear him up. Open that up, he's on the hook, and there you are, Billy.
Never have to touch him.
Exactly.
All right, we got Jim. Is it on 4? Terry. Terry, how can we help you tonight?
Yeah, Hugh, how y'all doing tonight?
We're doing great, Terry.
Good. Thank you. Y'all had mentioned, I'm just going to ask a couple questions here real quick.
Sure.
Mentioned about the boat show this weekend in combination with the gun show.
Yes.
Is there going to be fees separately for the entries there, or is it going to be one entry just to get in and see the whole thing, or whatnot?
It'll be separate just because I guess the promoters have both decided
They're
not
different
to do
promoters,
it.
first
It's
of
different
all.
promoters, yes. The gun show is a 100% separate show than the boat show.
Right, right.
So what you're saying is if I get there for the boat show, the fishing show, is just one cost?
No, they're separate costs.
They're separate costs. The Fishing Expo is $9 for adults.
6 for adults and 3 for kids.
Oh, man, 6 for adults, 3 for kids. And I don't know what the price is for the gun show.
I don't know.
I don't either. But
Yeah.
we'd love to see you at both.
Oh, we will. We will. All right. Thank you both very much.
Thank you,
All right.
Terry. We appreciate you. And we got Daryl. Daryl, how can we help you tonight?
Yeah, how you doing? How you doing tonight?
Just fine, Daryl.
Good, good. Give me a fishing report.
Where would you like to go fishing?
Well, I would like to go to Cedar Hill. I ain't been out in a while. I need to see what's going on.
All right, well, you're going to make me get a bunch of hate mail for this one, but because there's several guys down there catching them, but I'm going to tell you, one of the best spots on the whole lake, I think, right now, this time of year, Edgar Evans Park and Cookeville Marina. Both those places right now, the spotted bass are just on fire. And they're hitting everything from a snow spinner especially, and you can catch those. You can get those right here at this fishing expo. Chris Snow's he's got them set up. He's ready to go with them. But snow spinner and
I bet that stand-up jig will catch 'em.
oh yeah, the stand-up jig will catch them. But those are the primary baits right now that they're using. But they're catching those big spot. And hey, anytime you go to Center Hill this time of year, you got to have a jerk bait.
Right.
I mean, that's a must. But it is on fire on Center Hill in those two areas, all around Edgar Evans Park and all the way over there at Cookeville Marina.
Well, real quick.
Okay, all righty.
Thank
very
you.
much.
And we got Gerald. Gerald, how can we help you tonight?
Yeah, I got a question for you concerning senior citizens permanent license.
Yes, sir.
Do you have to have a trout stamp if you have?
Now, you can buy your senior citizen's license, but you still have to buy a trout stamp if you're going to go trout fishing. That's a separate deal, isn't it?
I
No,
still have to have a stamp.
Anything that's a license, that should be covered. Permits are not covered.
Right. A trout permit is what I was trying to say.
I think it's called a license now.
Is it?
So he wouldn't have to have a trout license because that should be covered by a senior citizen.
But is Gatlinburg, if you go into Gatlinburg, is that a license or a permit?
That's
up
a
there?
permit.
That's a permit.
That's right.
So if you have your senior citizen's license, you still have to purchase that trout permit if you go to Gatlinburg
Right.
and fish in that
right.
area. All right.
That's right.
All right. So that if it's a license, it's covered.
Right,
If it's a permit, it's not.
right.
Okay.
I
Does that
asked
help
about
you?
that at Walmart, and they said that I didn't have to have it.
You're right. You do not have to have it if you're looking for a trout license.
Well, see, I'm a senior citizen. I got a permanent regular license.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to know if I'd have to have a trout stamp to catch these trout below the Columbia Dam down here.
No, you do
No,
not.
you do not.
I
No.
know.
But now here's the only exception that I know of is if you go to Gatlinburg, they have a trout permit. You
Well,
have
I
to
won't be going
purchase.
there anyway.
Well, just so the other viewers and other listeners out there will hear, if you do have your senior citizens, that Gatlinburg is a trout permit.
Okay.
So you would have to buy it. It's not. Trout's covered. Well, we know that.
Yeah.
Licenses. But you're covered if you're going to go over in here to Shelby Park and all that.
Yeah, you're covered
Okay.
right here.
Well,
Appreciate
good
it.
fishing.
Thank you very much.
Send us some pictures of those big ones.
What's crappie doing on Normandy?
Hey, Normandy, it may have slacked off a little bit, but it was on fire a month ago. I had several guys coming in with some, like 11 and 12 pounds of crappie and only having 9 crappie.
Oh boy!
Now that's when you know you're getting in. So yeah, they were getting the meat eaters. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hey, great calls out there. We appreciate all those fine calls. I'm going to investigate into that trout thing again. We are, Ken, getting a lot more questions about this senior license, and what it encompasses, because I'm glad to see seniors getting out there.
Oh, yeah.
So there's more and more questions coming about that. We really need maybe get you on here again. Right. Let's talk about. That's what I said. Gatlinburg is not covered. That's right. Joy's getting something from Faye, isn't she?
She is.
But we were right that if it's a license, it's covered.
Right.
If it's a permit, it's not.
Right.
So that's an easy way to look at it. So don't get confused and all that. But we really do. We need to get you back on here and let's do a show on what does the licenses, and just go through them, because a lot of people are asking questions.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and there's 1 or 2 new ones come out. We'll know a little bit more about.
I really like The Apprentice. Yeah. And that Apprentice, there's no age limitation on Apprentice, is there?
There's not. There's not. A 41-year-old.
A 41-year-old could do it.
That's required to have a hunter safety. He can do an apprentice license.
All right. Hey, we got to go now and do our tip of the week. This week's tip of the week is being brought to you by Interstate Batteries of Music City, located at 3729 Highway 109 North in Lebanon, Tennessee, home of your alternative power source. All right, welcome back in Interstate Batteries. Chris Wood, you got to come by our booth and meet Chris Wood. He's going to be there. He's a fine guy, knows all about alternative power. So come on by there and check him out. Interstate Batteries is going to be at Southern Woods and Waters booth. Come on by there and check him out. Our tip this week comes from my good friend, Dayton Blair. I couldn't think. I've been on the show, during the show, been the expo, trying to do all that, and I didn't have a tip. And I said, you got to help me out, Dayton. He said, I got a good one for you. February 18th, they can start getting their licenses for 2013 to 2014. February 18th. So that makes it available then. He said, Hugh, when you go buy your license, why don't you take the rest of the day and upgrade your boat? And I thought, how you mean upgrade your boat? He said, put you a better fire extinguisher in there. Put you a better cushion in there. Check out your paddle. If it's got a crack, put a new one in there. Do some upgrades to your boat. Go through it and make sure that, hey, the spring season's right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. We're all going to be out there anyway. Why not do some stuff now to prevent a problem later?
Hold on, you want to upgrade your boat? Come out to the boat show.
Well, that's true. We got everything there. There's going to be everything there. But what he's saying is that's a good time to do it, is when you get your license for your next season. Go ahead and upgrade your stuff. And so thank you, Dayton and Jimbo Blair. They're always, the Blair boys are just awesome. Hey, we got to go now and take a break. When we come back, Joy has got a Valentine's Day cupcake for you. So hurry back to more of Southern Woods and Waters.
This segment is being brought to you by Covenant Heating and Cooling, providing excellence in comfort solutions.
This week's recipe of the week is being brought to you by Broker Headquarters Group. Let our team in Camo help you with all of your real estate needs.
All right, welcome back. And instead of the girls being in camo, I want you to check these outfits out, because I got a couple of cute blondes over there. They're in chartreuse and black, and notice what they're, they're They're showing off their favorite emblem, their favorite TV show. And why not? Because they're eating their favorite dessert, and it's one Valentine's Day cupcake that is, it's awesome. So, girls, hey, blondies, those look cute on y'all. I like
They're show shirts. Everybody's going to be wearing them. They're going to be there. Everybody's going to come down and meet them.
Right.
Before we do the recipe, tell them what you have and what is for a door prize this weekend.
Yes, it is a jar full of Swedish fish, and if you can guess how much there is, then you get a prize. So
a nice prize,
We're
too.
going to give away a nice prize, aren't we?
And all the guys over there have been begging you to tell them how many's in there.
yes.
Did you tell them?
Nope, can't do that.
No, not fair. They'd be telling everybody. They're probably selling your secret.
I heard loose lips sink ship, so.
That's right. Shelby, you were there today, and then Hannah has some ideas about it. You want to tell them how we started them, or with the brownies?
Well, you gotta cook them first.
That's a good idea. Well, the cupcakes, they're Valentine's, and they're chocolate and strawberry with the icing. And you can tell them how you made the icing since you did that. And you did ice them all. But it's a brownie cake mix. We did use the cake mix. You can make your own, but we use the cake mix. And then a strawberry cake mix. And then you iced them. And then we used a red velvet cake mix, Hannah.
Oh, that's nice.
And then we got fudge brownies with walnuts in it. And instead of putting it on the bottom, which I think, can you get that, Stephen, or not? Where it's on the bottom, they're dark on the bottom.
Yeah, looks really good.
Hold one up right there that shows. Oh, good. That's the red velvet. Yeah, we're trying it. So that one has it, the red velvet with the brownie in the middle, so it has a lot of nuts and the brownie right in the middle. It's pretty cool, but you had some ideas too.
If you could also, I guess you could use maybe low-fat cream cheese if you're on a diet or something. And if you're maybe allergic to walnuts, you don't have to use walnuts.
No, that's true.
And you can use egg whites instead of whole eggs.
And you know we did all of that.
Oh, good.
I know we did. Okay, tell them how we made it. We should have. How did we use that?
You, for the icing, you need an ounce of cream cheese, 1 cup of powdered sugar,
1 8-ounce.
1 8-ounce,
Yes.
and 1 stick of butter for the icing.
Blend it together
Yeah.
with the mixer.
Yes.
And then you did ice them. You
Yes.
iced every one of them. Yeah, you can. We got Hugh to taste test them to see, and he knows the difference between light cream cheese and not. But we're working on him.
And like little Hannah said, diet or something. I'm on that or something.
Yeah. Well, for sure, get everybody to come out this weekend. We'll meet them, and we've got all kinds of prizes and all kinds of people
Well,
at our booth.
for the prize winners that get the gummy worms, if they guess how many's in there, they get to go on a fishing trip. We're going to do a filmed fishing trip with Team Hannah and myself. So we're going to take you out fishing, and there's going to be a lot of boats follow us and all that. We got an entourage there, but you're going to have a good time. So we're going to put them on fish, aren't we, Hannah?
Yes, sir.
Whether we go to the stocking pond or whatever, all right, Ken, we're going to go to the stocking pond. We'll get them some fish. We'll get them some fish somehow, but we're looking forward to it. Come on out to the Tennessee Boat and Fishing Expo this weekend. And, I know, the gummy worm thing now is for kids only, so kids, you got to get out there and you got to get your bets calculator going there and figure it out. Power square, power round, and all that. And what? Shelby forgot to tell her dad and Carla hi. That's amazing. Well, we got to go. But I tell you what, I did it for you, so there you go. All right, you can get this recipe along with many, many others on our website, southernwoodsandwaters.com. Check on the recipe section, and I believe it's already up, so check it out. If not, we'll come by the booth and we'll show you what they look like real close. So
You'll have samples?
That's right, we'll have samples. So let's take another break. When we come back, wait a minute. You're right. I'm sorry, Andrew had to stop me. Hey, we got a nice prize package here. This is Strike King. We got Strike King soft plastics and jigs in here. $35 value. Be the fifth caller, 737-7767. You're taking it home. You're going to go fish it. We'll see you right here in just a minute with more of Southern Woods and Waters.
This week's calendar of events is brought to you by Stand Up Jigs, where we stand up against the rest.
That's right, the maker of this one right here. I'm going to tell you something. If you're not going to be throwing this, and the only place you can get it right now is you got to come to that Tennessee Boat and Fishing Expo. But if you're not fishing this, you're fishing for second place. I'm telling you that right now.
That's true.
Hey, let's start off with the calendar. This Friday, tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon, the doors will open wide for the Tennessee Boat and Fishing Show. That is at the State Fairgrounds, and that's right off of Wedgwood Avenue. If anybody says, well, I'm not sure where it's right off Wedgwood Avenue. You can go I-65 south. If you're leaving out of Nashville, go I-65 north. If you're coming from Murfreesboro or Franklin area and all down in there, you can stop off, just pull off there at Wedgwood Avenue, and it says Fairgrounds. Just follow the signs. It takes you right
500 Wedgwood Avenue.
500 Wedgwood Avenue. Come on by there. The doors open at noon tomorrow, and it goes to 8 p.m. tomorrow night. It opens again at 9 o'clock on Saturday and goes to 8 p.m. Saturday night. It will open the doors at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning and then close at 5 and allow everybody to be able to close down and go home. So check us out. Come one of those 3 days or come all 3 days. We'd love to have you all 3 days. We'll be bringing stuff out of tubs that you've never seen before. Come on by and check us out. Also on the 8th, let me give you one other. Timberland Bow Hunters is having a shoot Sunday out there in Cedar Hill, Tennessee, and then the 18th, 19th, and 20th of this month, the NWTF convention is going to be held at Gaylord Opryland Hotel in the Gaylord Convention Center there. Man, there's about 80,000 people to talk turkey with.
Talk turkey.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. You walk out of there and you can't call a turkey, something wrong with you, because you got enough education. And from the 22nd, from February 22nd all the way to March 10th, Bass Pro Shops is having their Spring Fishing Classic. Lots of seminars coming in there to the shows every Saturday and Sunday. So check us out. We'll be doing some of those also. Some of your local guys that you might want to learn a little something from, they're going to be there. So a lot of great stuff for you to do. And then Rock Bottom, a great little group of guys that fish out there on Percy Priest. They're going to have a tournament the 24th out of Long Hunter. It'll be their first. It is an open tournament, so all Rock Bottom is an open tournament. Percy Priest, Old Hickory, that's all the two that fish. So if that's the only two you fish, you might have a chance to walk away with a little bit of cash. So, hey, we got about 3 minutes, and I wanted to say thanks, guys. Ken, everybody at Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, you guys and gals do an awesome job. And most of the time, it's a thankless job.
Well, thank y'all. Thank you very
I
much.
tell you what, I am just so proud to be associated with an organization, government run or whatever you may think, but you guys are a stand-up act. And there's nobody there that I wouldn't go to bat for, I promise you.
Well, thank you so much.
And you just got to talk to Alan Harrell for me. he's my neighbor. Alan, I'll have that. It'll be right. but Alan did it. Alan got the part-time Officer of the Year.
He did.
And that's the second year in a row. So he, I'm just proud to know him.
Tremendous individual.
He is a very tremendous individual, and he's just as good as gold, I'm telling you. But the Hunter Education Program, I still want to tell you, one of the best programs that we have to offer, and it is free. You can take this course. When you come away, you're going to be a whole lot more knowledgeable about firearms. You're going to be a whole lot more knowledgeable about the safety of the firearm. And not only the firearms, but you also teach bow. You also teach muzzleloader.
Tree stand
safety. How to cross a fence. How to cross a fence properly.
And probably ethics in general.
Ethics, big time ethics. How to talk to a landowner about how to get on their property, or being allowed to hunt on that property. So great class. I don't care who you are. If you've never taken it, take it. I don't care how old you are. It's worth it. It's free. It takes one Saturday. So it's a great avenue for people to go to. Take your family. That's a great place for your family to go, spend a little time together, and have a good time.
That's right. That's right.
Josh, thank you so much. You guys, your work's just starting this weekend.
Well, hey, don't forget we got seminars every hour, and we'll have is it Russ Lane?
Russ Lane will be there.
All right.
Russ Lane's going to be there, I think Saturday, right?
I believe so.
I think he's going to be there
Phoenix
Saturday.
boat booth.
Phoenix boat booth. But Tommy, thank you so much.
Thank
Tommy
you.
Colley.
Thank you for
We're going to
having
go fishing in Arkansas.
Okay,
You and I,
you just
buddy.
come
You and
on.
I.
I'll
Hey,
show you what a real hillbilly is.
well, I'll show you how Tennessee can catch them now,
There
even
you
in
go.
Arkansas.
There you
But
go.
I tell you what, come on by our booth there, Southern Woods and Waters. We've got Mike and Deborah Flowers there out there. Like I said, they got a brand new product you got to see. Smoking Joe's going to be there cooking up fish. Dayton and Jimbo will be there talking fishing all day long. And, of course, I'm here to shake your hands and listen to great stories. So remember, when you're out on that lake, wear that personal flotation device. You owe your family responsibility to come home. God bless you. We'll see you next week.